Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday morning practice. My name is Jennifer. I'm really happy to be here with you today. We are going to move through a 45-minute flow this morning, and I'm going to ask you to start in a comfortable seat. Okay, so you're just going to come onto your bum here, crossing over at the legs, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, stacking your shoulders on top of your hips. And just take a moment to pause and arrive in your space. You might nod your chin. Maybe you close your eyes and flipping your palms upwards so the backs of your hands lay on your knees. Closing our eyes, just feel your sitting bones get heavy on your mat. And if you can think about pulling up through your spine. So if I had a string on the crown of your head, I'm just pulling you all the way up towards the ceiling here. Good morning, Tanya. We're just getting started. A little bit of breath work this morning. So focusing on the quality of your inhale, taking a nice long inhale through your nose to fill up the back of your ribs. A little pause at the top of that breath and a big exhale out of your mouth. Let's try that again. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time, big inhale. And a big exhale out of your mouth. Just flutter the eyes open and shifting your gaze forward. We're going to take a breath in and circle the arms up to reach up. So we lift up and look up. Can you interlace your fingers to leave your pointer finger out, crossing over at your thumbs? You're going to reach up and over to the right upper corner of your mat and do a little crescent moon shape. Beautiful. So inhale, coming back to your center. Breath comes in. As you exhale, reach up before you open up to the left side, feeling that space in the outside of your right rib cage. Awesome. Inhale, coming back to your center. And then exhale, releasing your bind and swooping your finger pads down on either side of your hips here. We're going to reach the left arm up as you bend deeply into your right elbow. Shift a little bit deeper now. See if you can get a little bit deeper side bend with the left arm there. And shifting your gaze under your left armpit, checking in for some length and some space on your left side. And then as we inhale, we're going to cartwheel the left hand down, reaching the right arm up and planting the right or left finger pads down. Lift up and look up underneath your right armpit here, creating a lot of space. As you exhale, sweeping the hands down. Let's take the hands forward of your shins. Peel your bum up off your heels and arrive into a tabletop position or a quadruped. So taking a little bit of movement here with your hips, we're going to shift your circle and trace your tailbone. So you're making nice big circles with your tailbone in one direction. And then this being a morning practice, I'm usually pretty tight, pretty stiff here. So take your time to really move into this movement. Okay, finding whatever you need here. And then on your next breath, let's find a little bit of stillness here. Let's find some stillness in this quadruped position. So on the next breath, can you curl your toes under? We're going to press right up and back into our first downward facing dog shape. So once you arrive here, let's start to pedal the feet out here, bending one knee deeply at a time. Spread your fingers nice and wide. So I'm going to give you a little Cole's notes on what we're going to work on today. We're going to work through a vinyasa series, and I'm going to give you a series of options. So I'm going to encourage you to play with what feels good for your body today. I'm going to give you some new things to check out. But before we get into all that craziness, let's take a breath and find some stillness here in your downward facing dog. So spread your fingers really wide. Try to root your heels in towards your mat as you press out of your palms. So big inhale, big exhale out of your mouth. I'm going to try one more time. Inhale, filling up. And then exhale as you sigh out of your mouth. Can you lift your heels, bend your knees a lot, look to the top of your mat. For the first one, we're just gonna walk. So you're gonna step to travel to the top of your mat. So inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Let's find a halfway lift. Your spine is flat. Exhale to fold. So from here, sweep the hands back. Breath comes in as you drive through your heels, lift up, look up to stand. And then exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. Let's try that again. Bend your knees like you're moving through chair. Sweep your arms up. Yeah, big breath in. Exhale, let's fold right over your thighs. Melt your heart down. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, a halfway lift, squeezing the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, let's fold, moving into our first sun salutation. Step your right leg back, left leg back here. High plank, top of a push-up. Tap the knees down gently, release your back toes. We're gonna slowly lower in through a chaturanga. But I want you to take yourself all the way down this time. Chest and pelvis land on your mat. Slip your fingers forward about 1 inch and then press into your palms to peel your chest away from your mat. Yeah, very nice, guys. Nice, Susan. Exhale, lay your chest back down. Slide your hands back under your shoulders, curl your back toes. We're gonna go back up the way we came down. Modified plank, knees stay down. Zip up the legs to high plank and then shift your hips up. Awesome work, everyone. So that's our beginning movement there. So if you want to come back to that at any time throughout the practice today, you're more than welcome to take any variation. We're going to move ahead and add on. Can you lift your heels up? Bend your knees a lot. Step to travel to the top of your mat. So right foot lands, left foot lands. Beautiful. Inhale, hands come halfway. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. You got it. Exhale to fold. Sweep the hands back, move through chair. Inhale to stand, lift up, look up. Finding a little back bend there, and then hands come to your sides. Good, sweeping hands back, finger pads trace the mat, reach up, lift up, look up. Exhale, we dive right over top of your thighs. Good morning. Good, inhale halfway, spine is long, back is flat. Exhale to fold, bend your knees, plant your palms. Left foot goes back, right foot goes back. Option to shift forward onto your tippy toes. Hug your elbows as we move through chaturanga. Inhale, flipping to the tops of your feet as you pull your chest forward. And then exhale, yes, come up and back, find your downward face. So we should be starting to feel a little bit of heat rising now through our belly, through our ribs, into your shoulders. All right, checking in here. Inhale. Big exhale. We're going to add on just a little bit here. So if you want to come with me on this, bend your knees a lot, lift your heels, look to the top of your mat, and maybe you try hopping to the top. Take it up. Good. Inhale halfway. A step is okay too, you guys. Exhale to fold. Sweep the arms back, bend the knees, come all the way up. And then exhale, hands come down by your sides. Let's try one more in our warm-up. Inhale, sweep the finger pads, lift up. Moving to a bit of a back bend, let's exhale, fold and bow down over your thighs. Inhale, find your halfway, length through the hamstrings. Exhale, we fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Now, option to step back, or maybe you try to hop with me. We hop to your high plank, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. So pulling your shoulder blades together as you press your chest forward. And then let's all meet in downward facing dog. Whew. Beautiful work, you guys. So my heart rate is starting to climb here at the club in this space. Really spread your fingers wide, pedaling out your knees. So again, as we move through the rest of this practice, you can take any variation of those sun salutations that we just picked up on. Let's bring your big toes to touch, moving on. We're gonna kick your right leg up and back. So sending up into a three-legged dog, you reach that right leg up, okay? Rooting your left heel down. Can you check out what's going on with your shoulders when you kick your right leg up? So try to square your shoulders with the top of your mat, taking an inhale. Now, as you exhale, we're gonna come forward into a high plank and tap your right elbow to your right knee to right elbow here. Good, inhale, let's kick it up, reaching up, building strength through our upper body here. As you exhale, your knee comes to your nose. We round and hover right at the center of your mat. Good. One more time. Right leg takes you up. And then as you exhale, let's see if you can cross your right knee underneath to your left elbow. A little hold. Okay, one more, I promise. Reach it up. Right leg goes up. Now this time as you exhale, you're gonna bring your knee in towards your nose and step your right foot right between your thumbs. Top of mat. Yes, release your back knee, release your back toes. We're gonna fold and straighten your right leg, moving into half splits. So we're shifting your tailbone back. See if you can pull your toe towards your nose as you reach your sitting bone back. Whew, that's deep in that right hamstring this morning. Okay, take one more full breath here. Press your right heel into your mat and feel like you're dragging it back. Nice work, everyone. On your next breath, shift your weight forward. Curl your back toes under. Can you charge up your left leg? So straighten out your left. And then palms ground down. We take this right foot up and back. Drag the leg all the way up where it came from. Three-legged dog, reaching up. And then exhale, let's tap the right toes to the mat. Shift forward to your high plank and take your chaturanga. So any variation of your vinyasa. Inhale, full upward facing dog. Building that strength through your shoulders, opening up your chest. Really nice there, Susan. Exhale, fold up and over your toes. Whew. Pedaling it out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. We're gonna take a little vinyasa in between. Can you rise to the balls of your feet? Bend your knees. Step, walk, or hop to travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, sweep your arms up, lift up, look up. Hands come down by your sides. Let's go again, you guys. Bending through chair, sweep the fingertips back, reach up. Bow down over your thighs. Keep a little bend in your knees there. Yeah, that's nice, good. Inhale, halfway. Back of your neck is long. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, step, walk, or hop. High plank. Option for Chaturanga Dandasana, low plank. Inhale, full upward face. Big toes to touch, fold over your toes. Find your narrow stance, downward facing dog. And let's go with the left right away. Kick your left leg up and back. Good, take your time here. Rooting your right heel down, squaring your shoulders off with the top of your mat. We move here, shifting forward, high plank, left knee comes to left elbow. Doesn't have to touch there, gang, doesn't have to touch, just get as close as you can. Inhale, kick your left leg up and back, reaching high. As you exhale, rise to the ball of your right foot and bring your left knee into your nose. Moving with intention here. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as we come underneath. Left knee comes to right tricep or elbow. Last one, kick it up. Now looking between your thumbs, let's take the left foot right between your thumbs, top of mat to land. Release your right knee down, release your back toes, and slowly make your way into half splits. Yeah, good. So you might feel, I'm always quite a bit tighter on the left than the right. We want to keep a little bend in this front knee. Try to think about rooting your sitting bones back towards your right heel. Okay, and if we're feeling really, really tight here, I'm going to invite you to think about connecting your breath to move through this restricted feeling. Inhale. I know it's a little uncomfortable probably this morning, so if it's too much, just come out of it just a touch, okay? And let's take one more full breath. Inhale. As we exhale, bending back into your left knee, grounding your right hand and left palm down, curl your back toes, zip up your right thigh first, then pressing out of your palms, we slowly drag this left leg up and back, sending it right back up to its three-legged dog. And then as we exhale, slowly, slowly tap the left toes down to meet your right at the back of your mat. Looking forward, rippling into your high plank. Any variation of your chaturanga, I'm going to show you from knees. Knees, release the toes, hug the elbows. It's a great option. Peeling all the way up into your upward face, pressing into the tops of your shoelaces, the tops of your feet. And then exhale, let's pull up and back, downward facing dog. Whew. All right, we're here for 3 breaths in this down dog. Option if you need to take your knees wide, bring your big toes to touch. And this is our second option in this posture. So find a little rest in your child's pose. So if you're feeling some pressure in your wrists or your shoulders need a little bit of a break, you can come down here with me. If you want to stay in that power feeling, you're going to stay in your downward dog. We have 2 breaths. Wherever you are, if your mind has wandered, I'm going to invite you back to your mat. Come on back into your practice. Let's think about what we're doing right here. We're going to add on. It's 1. Really nice, everyone. So if you're in child's with me, let's go ahead and meet our people who are in downward facing dog. Awesome. Good. Pedal the feet. Can you bring your big toes to touch the back of your mat? We're going to add on here, ladies. Here we go. Kick the left leg up and back. Reach it. Now exhale, right knee, right elbow comes forward. Inhale, slowly, right leg kicks up. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. You can feel this work happening through the upper body too, right? Last one, inhale, right leg goes up. And then find your left knee. And then the last time right leg goes up, I'm sorry, I say last one, I need one more. Step your right foot forward, top of mat between your thumbs. Release your back knee, you know where you're going. Release your back toes. Let's fold over top of this right leg. Good, half splits. Take a breath, inhale. All right, we're gonna move along on this right side. So slowly bend into your right knee. We're gonna zip up your back leg. So we're charging up the back leg. Now this one might be new for you. We're gonna kick up into a standing split. So walk your hands forward of your right foot. You're gonna push off your back leg and start to extend your left leg up. So this is a great spot for a block if our hands aren't quite finding the floor. You might start to experiment with taking your right hand around the back of your right ankle or heel. So this is eventually a balance posture where both hands come around the back of our ankle bone. But today, I'm gonna just play with one hand. But pick your option here. Let your head be really heavy, sending your left toes to the sky. Try not to worry what it looks like, ladies, it's okay. Take our time to move to this standing split. It's a beautiful inversion for your head here. Let it be heavy. We're here for 3. Really nice. It's 2. Last breath here, inhale. All right, so follow me as you exhale. If you've got that bind, take the right hand back down. It's a little bit blind here. I'm gonna ask you to send your left toes back down to tap. Yeah, and then can you open up into an easy twist? Left hand is grounded down, right arm reaches for your twist. Yeah, so try to think about scissoring your inner thighs together, picking up your lower abdominals. And maybe you start to play with taking your your gaze over your right shoulder towards the ceiling. You hold. Nice work, everyone. And we move. So the right hand grounds down. We drag your right leg up and back. 3-legged dog, reach it high to the sky. Here's one more option for your vinyasa. Shifting forward to your high plank. Option to hover your back toes as you move through chaturanga. It's pretty challenging, so if that's not for you this morning, that's okay. Just something to work towards. Exhale, let's take it up and back. Good, left leg kicks up right away. We're in the thick of this, ladies. We're right in the power series of this vinyasa. As you exhale, bring your left knee towards your tricep, left knee to your tricep or your elbow. Inhale, 1 breath takes you up. 1 breath brings you right through the center, knee to nose. Awesome job. One more time. I say one more, but I mean 2. Left leg goes up. Exhale, come underneath your body. Look for your right tricep. This is the last one. Kick your left up. And then as you exhale, let's go ahead and step it forward, top of mat, between your thumbs. Release your right knee. That looks great. Release your back toes, moving into your half split. Whew. Settle in for 2. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely sweating this morning. Getting a nice little heat on our mat. Getting toasty here. Okay, so I'm gonna cue you up. What's coming next? Bend forward into your left knee. Curl your back toes. Take your hands forward of your front foot. We're gonna kick off Right leg springs up. So I'll show you again if you missed that. You're coming from the floor. Straighten out your right leg. It's a little bit of momentum, but it's power out of your left leg as well into your standing split. So you can start to play around with that. It definitely does not look perfect on my end. So if you want to think about maybe experimenting with balance, the left hand can wrap around the back of your left heel. Try to let your gaze fall on the wall behind you. Let your head be heavy. Crown of your head is soft here. Big inhale. So there is a lot of strength in this practice, but again, your foot might be back here today. All right, I just want you to experiment and play. Just try. For 2. Last one. Okay, so to come out of this posture, we're gonna bend our left knee. Slowly tap your right toes to the mat behind you. Ground your right palm down under your right shoulder and open up into your twist. Easy twist, yes. So try to squeeze your inner thighs together. Draw your low ribs in. Maybe play with taking your gaze up towards the ceiling there. Inhale. Beautiful work for your spine here this morning, gang. Take the left hand down. We're gonna drag that left leg, draw it right in and up. 3-legged dog, reach it up to the sky. Now, any variation of your vinyasa, I'm gonna show you that hovering foot option. Come forward to your high plank. Shift forward onto your toes, hug your elbows, peeling through your chaturanga into your upward face. Ooh, shoulders are definitely on fire. Let's take a breath. Let's all meet in a child. Give your wrists a little break here. Whew. Big inhale through your nose. Great work, everyone. I'm taking a little sway side to side. Check in with your hips, your lower back here. So we're pretty warm now. So you should feel hopefully a little bit more space with your chest coming down towards the mat. I have one more add-on. So if you can stay with me mentally for one more round of that, we're just gonna add 2 more postures to that flow. You're with me. Let's go. Peel the bump off the heels, curl your toes, take your hips up and back. Ooh, good. Spread your fingers really wide, pressing into all 5 finger pads on each hand. Walk your dog. We're gonna go again on the right side with one last add-on. Last chance. All right, here we go. Right leg, send it high to the sky. Kick it up. As you exhale, come forward. Knee, right elbow or tricep. One inhale, kick it up, right leg. Exhale, knee to nose, right through the center, right through your midline. Inhale, take it up, reaching high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it up. And then exhale, right foot right between thumbs, top of your mat. So release the back knee, release the back toes. Let's fold into your half split. Now, if you have a bit of a full split in your practice, you might start to explore that now. If that's not for you, it's a little too soon for me this morning. And just know your body. So if you're working towards a full split, we keep our shoulders square, and this is a perfect spot for blocks in a full split. But I'm gonna stay in half today, okay? If you've gone to your full split, can you try to make your way back at home? Curl the back toes, bend into your right knee, zip up the back thigh. Getting ready to kick up and up into our standing split. So it's almost like you're prepping with a little bit of momentum of your back leg. We kick the left leg up, finding standing split. So your right foot is on the floor and your left leg is reaching high. Big inhale. And as you exhale, ground the right hand down. Tap your left toes to the floor behind you. Ground your left hand, open up your right arm, easy twist. Yeah, try to think about squeezing the left quadricep. So that whole left side is really tight, strong. Okay, this one's interesting. It's gonna take my tailbone towards you guys. It's gonna take my bum to the camera. So sorry about that, but I'm gonna stay in with you. Bring the right hand down, but you're gonna take it to the inside of your right foot. You're gonna crawl yourself over into a wide-legged fold. So all 10 toes are pointing forward as you find your hinge through your hips. Okay, so option to heel toe your feet a little wider. We want to try to straighten out our legs here. So lots of options for your arms. You can try and pull your chest forward and through, or you might find a block here. I'll show you from the front. So you might find a block comfortable here. If we can't quite find the floor, you might find a block in this wide-legged fold. I'm gonna go this way so I don't lose myself. Now, while you're in your fold, can you inhale, halfway lift, ground your left hand and reach your right arm up into an easy twist. Okay, so your right arm is up, your left hand is down. We're gonna thread your right arm underneath your left forearm. It's a thread the needle standing. So inhale, open your right arm up once again. Thoracic spine twist here. Exhale, thread your right arm under your left forearm. One more. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, thread under. Good. Grounding both hands down. So listen, follow me, guys. I'm going to do this slowly. Take your right toes to point forward once again to the top of your mat. We're going to crawl our hands over to frame your front knee. So you're in a low lunge. Yeah? I'll pause here for just a sec. Good. So you know what to do from here. We're going to draw the right leg up and back. Find your three-legged dog. And I'm going to ask you to bend this right knee this time and open up your hip. Beautiful. So option to stay here, gang. Or if you have a wild thing in your practice, you can start to open up, tap your right toes down as you pick up your right arm and work for your wild thing. So totally just an option this morning. The right toes down, the left outer corner of your foot takes most of your weight. Really pressing out of your left palm for 2. If you are in wild thing with me, we're gonna return your right hand to the mat, kick your right leg up, everybody, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, any vinyasa you like, yogi's choice. I'm gonna bring my toes down and remind you that you can come forward. You can tap your knees and do a modified chaturanga. Inhale, upward face. Beautiful job, you guys. Exhale, let's take your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Whew. I felt that one. We're here for 3 breaths. If you need a little rest in your shoulders, option to come to child's. 3 rounded breaths, downward facing dog or your child's pose. Inhale. Thank you guys for staying with me. It's quite a long sequence on that right side. So what we have to do is just finish that off on your left, okay? I know you got this. So again, there's lots of options. Please choose what feels good for you. Let's come all the way up. If you're in child's, let's meet our friends that are in downward face. Oh yeah. So just see if you can pay attention to the sound of my voice. I'm gonna try and be really clear with my words, all right? So you don't have to look at the screen. So inhale, let's take your left leg up and back to three-legged dog. So the left leg reaches high. As you exhale, come forward to high plank and bring your left knee to tap your left elbow or tricep. Inhale, send the left leg back up, three-legged dog. On your exhale, out of your nose, bring your knee to your nose and pause for just a moment. Yeah, find your flow. Inhale, left leg goes up, one again. Exhale, cross underneath. The left knee looks for the right tricep. One more. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Now this time we're gonna land and ground your left foot right between your thumbs, top of your mat. Yeah, sometimes you have to pull this foot through. Tap your right knee down. Okay, so this is our half split. Release your back toes, fold over your left leg. So you might notice that you're a little bit more mobile or open in the left side. So if you want to start experimenting with a full split, again, 2 blocks here are very helpful in that. If you don't have blocks, you might just start to experiment with edging this foot forward. We're trying to keep our hips square. Again, if that's a little much, for me, it's a little much this morning. So I'm gonna move back into my half split. But if you have full split in your practice and you're doing this at home, by all means, take it if you want it. If you're in half split like me, we really want to think about squaring your hips off with the top of your mat, keeping your spine long. For 2. All right, are you ready for this half split? I have so many splits for you today. Bend into your left knee, curl your back toes. So it's a little bit of playfulness here. Take the hands in front of you, and then it's almost like you're kicking off this back leg. And when you have a little bit of momentum, we're going to take that right leg up. Good, staying heavy through your head here, shaking it out. Whew. Reaching the right toes to the sky. You might play with that balance, wrapping the left hand down behind the back of your left ankle bone. Inhale. Excellent job, guys. This is our new part. So we're going to slowly tap the right toes down, ground your right palm. This is actually not quite the new part yet. Open up your left arm into twist. So twisting is really great for really massaging the internal organs, helping us move sort of waste and anything that's stuck in through our body. Twisting is really great for that. All right, guys. Okay, this is our new part. Follow me. The left hand comes down, planting it inside the inside of your left instep. Slowly crawl yourself into a wide-legged fold. All 10 toes point forward. Awesome. Good, Susan. All right, so we're looking towards trying to let the head be really heavy here. So I'm going to take the option of a bind this morning. I'm pretty tight in my shoulders. So I'm going to sweep my arms around my lower back, interlace your fingers and press your knuckles away from your head there. And then you might start to experiment with floating the hands away from your tailbone, letting your head be nice and heavy here. Oh yeah. Shaking out your head, inhale. And then if you have the bind with me, release your bind and allow your hands to find the mat or your block. We're in a halfway lift. Now, right palm grounds down. We're gonna inhale, open your left arm up into a twist. Good, Susan. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath your right forearm. So you might need to adjust the feet to go a little wider. Inhale, open up, it's up to you. Exhale, thread that left hand underneath your right forearm, really reaching a little bit more each time. One more time, big chest opener, big heart opener here, open up. Exhale, thread it under. Beautiful job, ladies. Bring the left hand back down. So this is where it might get a bit confusing. Let's go slowly. Left toes point forward. Then we start to crawl back to the top of your mat to frame your left knee. Draw the left leg up and back. You know where you're going. Three-legged dog. Hold. Last little add-on here. Option to bend this left knee and stack your left hip. So this is awesome right here. If you feel a deep stretch, a deep sensation in your left hip, we stay. If you're working to build a little bit more strength into your practice, we're gonna flip this into a wild thing. We slowly tap the left toes down as you take the left arm up, pressing out of your right palm, really extending and sending your chest up and through. Inhale. Oh, I'm shaking on this right side today. And if you're in the flip wild thing, slowly connect your left hand to the mat. Kick up. If you're bent knee, let's straighten the left leg up. And then any version of your vinyasa you like. Tap the left toes down. I'm going to peel myself forward into a high plank. Let's chaturanga dandasana, low plank. Inhale, full upward face. Whew, that's some power. Exhale, nice. Susan, I'm going to meet you in child's pose. Great job, everyone. Yes. Oh, so in this child's pose, here's a different variation for you. Can you bring your palms to prayer? Press into your elbows and see if you can let the forehead touch down as you draw the thumbs towards the nape of your neck. So you're pressing your elbow down into the mat. I want you to feel like you're dragging them back towards your knees. Inhale. Notice if that resistance, pressing down and dragging back, turns anything on for you in the back of your shoulders. You feel a little bit deeper into your triceps. You stay in. Let your heart rate start to come down. You guys did so well. That was a long series. Thank yourself for showing up. I thank you for showing up. So we're going to take the next 5 minutes of our practice to just slow things right down. Okay, that power is behind us. So when you're ready, we're going to release the hands down, palms find the mat. So I'm going to show you from the front. You're going to stay in this child's pose position, but we're going to lift our chest up. Take your right arm. We're going to loop it underneath the space, underneath your left armpit. And then can you continue to lay your right ear down on your mat? So the knees go really wide here, gang. You really want your knees wide and big toes to touch so you can actually get your arm right underneath that left side. Yeah, just settle in here. Little stretch for the back of our shoulders. We did a ton of shoulder work there, so it's nice to spend some time stretching it out on both sides. So I've got my left finger pads domed here. If you want to deepen this stretch and move this posture to the next level, and start to straighten your left arm up, bend your left elbow, and start to draw your left shoulder blade back. So you're actually trying to reach your right fingertips for your left fingertips are reaching for the hip crease on your right side. So I'll show you from the side. Right hand is under, your left hand is grounded, or it's up and around here. Just settle, inhale. Long exhale. It's 2. It's 1. So if you have that bind with the left hand, slowly take the left hand back to your mat. We're going to slide that right arm out from underneath. And do you remember those hip circles we started our practice with? So I'm going to invite you to peel your bum up off your heels. And we're just going to trace circles here. So just checking in. Like there's a little bit more space. You feel a little more open. And then coming back to center, I'll come to the front with you again. So we're going to lift the chest, pick up the left arm, lay it underneath your right forearm. So we twist from the ribs, send the left arm underneath your right forearm. Let your left ear be heavy on your mat. Again, notice a difference between right side, left side. So option to keep balance with your finger pads here on the right side, or working for the bind, we reach the right arm up, bending at the right elbow, pulling your right shoulder blade back as your right fingertips reach for your left hip crease. So it's this spot right here we're reaching for. Can't quite get it this morning myself, but okay. So we settle. Long inhales through our nose. Sending breath to the back of your shoulder, exhale out. On your next breath, let's unleash that bind if the bind is there. Plant the palm, then slowly bring your left hand up, lift your tailbone, and work your circles here. And those circles might actually start to find some cat-cow type shape. So round your spine. You might find a spot that feels good that you want to hang on to for just a moment. That's awesome as well. Okay. So let's shift your weight back on your heels and then draw yourself back so you're sitting on your shins. Okay, take a breath in, take your bum up off your heels, lift up, reach up, look up. And then as you exhale, release the hands behind your back, little back bend. So option 1 is to lay your hands on the base of your pelvis and point your fingertips towards your heels. Can you squeeze your shoulder blades together into almost like a 90-degree angle? Okay. If you want to increase that, we find this bind behind your back. Interlace your fingers, press your chest and your heart forward, opening up through the front of your chest, your shoulders. Yeah, really nice energetic posture to get the blood circulation going through the front of your body. Inhale. Okay. As you exhale, the transition is here. Release the bind. Plant your palms. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog. Okay. Pedal it out one more time. And we're going to slowly make our way onto our back body. So from here, can you tap your knees right down to your mat? We're going to sway the feet to the left. So you pick up your feet and you take them to the left. Transfer your weight onto your right hip and then send your legs out in front of you. Slide yourself into the center of your mat. Yes, good. Reaching forward. Take a breath in. Inhale, arms reach up. Now, as you exhale, there's no opportunity wasted here, you guys. Slowly, slowly, using your core, the muscles through your spine, you're going to find your way one by one vertebra at a time, all the way onto your back body. There it is. Good. Draw your knees to your chest and open up your knees as you reach for your ankle bones into butterfly. So the soles of our feet are touching here. You're on your back body. And we're finding some length into our inner thighs, our adductors. If we can think about widening our lower back onto our mat. Tailbone is heavy here. And we're going to close your practice this morning. I'm going to take waterfall. So the knees come back together. Can you extend your legs up towards the ceiling and then extend your arms? So this is waterfall. This is an inversion. And you can start to circle out your ankles here, circle out your wrists. Yeah, feel the energy through the thighs, through your ankles, through your arms. If you're circling your wrists one way, we can take it the other. So option to stay in waterfall, okay? Or you might be exploring or experimenting with a shoulder stand. So your hands would come up behind your back and we would push right up into the center of your upper spine. So we would take the pressure off of your neck by fixing your shoulder blades down. And then you might experiment with some different shapes in this position. Sometimes I like to find tree here. Again, if waterfall is your jam this morning, stay in waterfall. This is your practice today. You have about 10 seconds to experiment and play. I'm going to come back into waterfall with you if you're there. And then slowly, slowly start to draw both knees to your chest. Reach around your knees. Hold on to your shins as you tuck your knees to your nose and your nose to your knees. Squeeze everything together for 3. Hold it tight, 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 tight. Squeeze it 2. And on 1, let's move into our final resting posture, our Shavasana. Oh, you made it. So in your Shavasana, make any adjustments that you need to lay comfortably in this corpse pose. Try to think about drawing your shoulder blades away from your ears, laying everything down. And allowing your body to be still in this shape. Long inhale through your nose. And a long exhale out of your mouth. Do a little scan here. Feel the backs of your calves heavy. And your pelvis drops. And shoulder blades are heavy, scanning up into the back of your throat. Can you soften your jaw, your third eye? On your next breath, if you're ready to start bringing some movement back to your fingers, your toes, you might start to roll your ankle bones and your wrists, getting some energy for your day. And when you're ready, let's reach both arms up over the head, reaching all the way up. So zipping up your toes. Your fingertips and your toes are as far away from each other as they can be. And then slowly making your way onto one side of your body. Just rolling and hugging your knees in. Really nice. Hello, Wednesday. When you're ready, we'll make our way into a comfortable seat. So our practice is coming full circle this morning. This is just where we started. Crossing over at the ankles here, finding a seat. Excellent. Good, Susan. Inhale, arms reach up, lift up, look up. Let's try one more little cartwheel. See if there's any more space. Take the right finger pads down, reach over your left side. Big side body. Inhale, flowing through center. Left finger pads touch, right arm reaches up. Beautiful. Come back to your midline. Inhale one more time. Let's get all this awesome virtual energy in for our day. Pull it all the way up. And let's bring it all the way into your center, into your heart for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. The light in me bows to the light in you always. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you. Great job, gang. How are we doing?